The neon sign above the last stop diner flickered in a rhythmic code that only Arthur, the cook, seemed to understand. It was 3:14 a.m. The diner sat on the edge of a highway that didn't appear on most maps. Arthur was wiping the counter when the bell chimed. A man walked in wearing a deep-sea diving suit, the old-fashioned kind, with the heavy brass helmet and lead boots. Clunk. Hiss. Clunk. The man sat at the swivel stool, his helmet clinking against the counter. He didn't take it off. Instead, he pointed a gloved finger at the menu. Blueberry pancakes? Arthur asked, not missing a beat. The diver nodded. The brass faceplate reflected the greasy glow of the diner. Arthur flipped the heat on the griddle. The conversation. Rough tide? Arthur asked, pouring the batter. The diver held up a hand, then pulled a small waterproof notepad from a pouch. He scribbled something and pressed it against the glass of his helmet, stuck in the mid-Atlantic. Took a wrong turn at a kelp forest. Happens to the best of us, Arthur said, sliding a plate of steaming pancakes across the Formica. The 402 highway has a habit of folding over the ocean floor on Tuesdays. The diver tilted his head. He pulled a specialized straw from his belt, clicked it into a valve on his neck, and began to inhale the essence of the pancakes. He stayed for 20 minutes, the only sound being the low gurgle of his oxygen tank and the hum of the refrigerator. The departure. When he finished, the diver didn't have money. He reached into a mesh bag and placed a perfectly smooth pearl the size of a golf ball on the check tray. He stood up, his heavy boots echoing on the linoleum. At the door, he paused and wrote one last note. Tell the moon to slow down. The tides are getting choppy. Then, he stepped out into the dark. By the time Arthur walked to the window to watch him leave, there was no man in a diving suit. Only a faint smell of salt water and a wet trail of footprints that evaporated before they reached the asphalt. Arthur sighed, tucked the pearl into the register, and went back to wiping the counter. The moon, he noticed, did look a bit rushed tonight.